Top of the night, you already know what it is. Iron Sheik, aka Abdullah the Butcher, aka Akbar the Rockstar, aka Black Adam, aka Warlord, aka the Beyonder. And I want to talk about priorities, right? With black people in regards to having pets in their house, having animals in their house, right? You know, because I see a lot of black people now got dogs, pit bulls, cats, and stuff like that, right? And me personally, I don't like animals. I don't like animals, and I feel if people do have dogs, they should be kept outside of the household, like in a dog house and stuff like that. But you know, most black people don't have houses in New York City. They live in apartments. So why would you have a big Rottweiler or a big pit bull inside your apartment, laying on your couch, laying on your bed, or walking around your house? We know dogs lick their balls, they lick their ass. Same thing with cats. You know, they lick their private parts. You know, these animals want to kiss you, lick on you, kiss your kids, lick on your kids. These animals is nasty. It's not even really a part of black culture. So when people say, oh, they have dogs in Africa and they have dogs this, yeah, niggas lived in the wilderness. People probably lived in villages and had dogs outside their hut or their house or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? When you study the history in America, dogs were sicked on black people, right? During slavery, during the civil rights era, everything. Dogs was used to hunt and attack black people, people of ethnicity, right? You had slaves that lived in the barn with the horses, and you had slaves, you know, cowboys, they lived with the cows, and they had to attend to the animals. But it wasn't their own personal animals. It was their captors' animals, their slave masters' animals, right? So when you study the history in America, people started making pets domestic in the 1920s and the 1930s inside the household. And it was really for the wealthy, those that was well off, you know, those that was rich or upper middle class, right? In 1941, Lord and Taylor had an ad during the holidays in the newspaper. A lot of y'all probably don't remember how the newspapers used to be during holiday time. But the Post and the Daily News, they will always have a section with Toys R Us full of toys, a section with little Macy's, you know, paper where you could see what Macy's got on sale and different furniture stores and everything. I used to love that part of the newspaper, you know, during holidays and stuff like that, even the Sunday paper. Anyway, Lord and Taylor's had a you know, a paper inside the newspaper, and it had families with dogs. This was in 1941 with cats. And that influenced a lot of families to want to start adopting pets domestically within the home, right? So, you know, upper middle class whites and stuff like that did it first. Black people didn't really start getting pets until like the 60s and the 70s. The black people who had pets before that, like in the 50s, they was mostly rich or real higher upper class, right? Regular black people didn't start getting dogs until like the late 60s and the 70s, during like the Nicky Barnes era, Frank Lucas, you know, when a lot of black kingpins started developing, you know, in the urban communities and stuff like that. People started taking dogs within their home. Animals have sense. They have senses. They real keen and smell, right? Dogs is real keen and smell. Cats is real keen and smell. Dogs can tell when a woman is ovulating. Dogs can tell when a woman is on a menstrual cycle. Dogs can tell when a woman is pregnant, right? You ever? I've seen a lot of women who have dogs, and chicks I've dealt with in the past. They had pit bulls and shit like that, and they'll let the pit bull the pit bull fake come between their legs, wagging their tail, and try to kiss them and all that. But really, that nigga smell your pussy. He smell you ovulating. Or he might smell your shit secreting like you getting horny. Or, you know, they know this shit. And they'll come there, they master, and wag their tail and act like they being nice. That dog is being fucking slick. But me, a person who's real, you know, I have reasoning skill and hindsight. I can detect this shit. It's obvious to me. This dog being slick. You have dogs that get jealous of the baby. They'll bite your baby. They'll eat your baby and shit like that. You know, dogs are jealous creatures. If they feel like the master is attending to the baby more than them, because they know they got to compete with the baby. You know, there's cases, y'all can look it up, Google, where dogs suffocated babies and shit. They smelt the milk on the baby breath and all that, and things like that. You know, there's cases where pit bulls chewed kids up and stuff like that, right? Dogs and animals shouldn't be kept in your house, right? It's not normal. It's not normal. They'll fuck your furniture up. The cat will fuck your furniture up. The dog shits. They live for free. These pets live for free. They shit. You gotta clean they shit up. They eat for free. They don't pay no rent. They don't pay no bills. They don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? These animals don't do nothing. They just there. Unless they're gonna guard your house. Like if it's a literally war dog, a guard dog, or if it's a service dog, you blind, you can't hear, you catch epileptic seizures, a rescue dog, that's a different story, right? But people keep these animals in their house, and these animals have no benefit. They actual liabilities, right? But what they come from is this. A lot of people is lacking in love. A lot of people don't feel love. They looking for love. So this is why some people have kids, because they want to be loved. They know a kid will love them unconditionally, a baby. Or they'll buy an animal because they want to be loved. You know, they feel they not being loved. They'll buy an animal. An animal makes them feel more secure, right? Now let's get into the scientific facts. Dog feces carry parasites inside of them, right? Dog feces can give you E. coli. When you inhale dog shit, especially when it's drying up and it starts crumbling, like it gets crusty and it crumbles, it extends into the air. You inhale this, you get E. coli's on your brain, on your head. Now you get sicknesses and you get different type of germs and shit like that and diseases, right? Also, dogs have you have a disease called zoonosis. Zoonosis is another disease that animals, you know, that come from dog poop and cat poop, right? You have another disease that come out of strictly out of cat poop. It's called toxoplasma. It comes from cat litter, right? So toxoplasma is parasites commonly found in cat litter boxes. It might affect your behavior and your mental health, right? Parasites control the mind, right? So when you got these cats and dogs shitting around you, they shitting in the kitty litter, or they shitting on the wee-wee pad, and then you gotta scoop it up and shit like that, that's unnormal. That's not even a part of black culture. But black people, you know, black people is dick riders. Black people is fucking dick riders. You know, they wanna be always keep up with the Joneses and be like massa. You know, and sometimes we don't gotta be invited to every party. We don't need parakeets in our house, cats, dogs, lizards, turtles. We don't need all that shit in our house. Fishes is cool. They're in a tank. Fishes is colorful. Fish tanks look fire. They good money. Even the iguana here and there. But when you got a whole big Rottweilers, 2 and 3 pit bulls, everybody I know who always had mad dogs, they also always smell like piss and shit. That shit is not good. Hold on. I hate these fucking garbage trucks. They always driving by late at night, stinking and shit. But yeah, so you know, we gotta be mindful of what things we do, we adapt or try to follow, because everything ain't for us. Everything ain't for us. And I'm gonna tell you this, pets is unnecessary bills, right? Especially if you're a black person living in the hood, you struggle and you poor, shit like that. You got kids, stuff like that. People try to get the animals because it'll make their kids happy, but really you putting your kids more in danger to different type of germs and bacteria and cross-contamination. And then these dogs we having, they catch all type of shit when they go in the fucking grass. They come outside, you walk them, they go on the grass, the shit. A tick might get on them, they get ticks, they get fleas, or whatever. Dogs always want to sniff around before they shit, so they fucking nose and face is always in the dirt, and always on the ground, and always by a pump or on the garbage. And that same dog want to sniff you or lick you. That shit is disgusting. Why take on an extra bill when you could put that money somewhere else? The same money you invest in buying a dog, buying pooper scooper, buying wee-wee pads for the dog to shit and piss on, buying food for the dog to eat, or buying kitty litter for the cat and all type of cat food and shit. That money could be invested in stocks. That money could be put in a savings account. That money could be put in the CD funds or whatever. That money could be used for something else that can generate greater income. So then you're gonna have the stupid black people that's gonna say, oh, what if we got that already? House, car, CD accounts, and everything that we supposed to have. Still don't have no animals unless it's gonna be outside in your yard. Unless it's gonna be outside inside a dog house. It gotta have its own unit, its own living quarters. Because that shit is not our way, it's not our culture. So people say, oh, dog is man's best friend. That's a whole nother deep history lesson. Back in the Caucasus Mountains, when, the cavemans, the Neanderthals, they lived in these caves with these dogs, and they fornicated with these dogs, bestiality and stuff like that. Dog is which man's best friend? Dog is not every man's best friend. Which man's best friend the dog is? I have to know this too, because you got women that fornicate with their dogs. There's footage all over YouTube. There's even footage on Instagram where women put peanut butter on their box and they let dogs eat their box or whatever. Dogs have lava on their tongue. Dogs have microscopic lava on their tongue. If a woman has syphilis or herpes and a dog licks her vagina, the lava inside his tongue will eradicate the bacteria or soothe the pain that she has in her vagina from the syphilis or the herpes. Shut the fuck up! Damn, bum ass garbage niggas making fucking noise. Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, so niggas talking loud all fucking night, every night. So yeah, the dog's tongue has lava on it. And when they lick the woman's vagina, the parasites inside the vagina soothes the pain that the herpes and the syphilis give them. This all came from Caucasus Mountain shit. And this is not no racial, none of that. I'm just saying, there's history behind dogs and cats, and people need to research it. It's not common for black people to live amongst dogs and cats and animals and shit like that. People gonna say, oh, the Indians and all that had animals and this, that shit was outside. That shit wasn't inside of a box with you, inside of a living quarters where y'all contained in. People gotta stop being followers, man, and fuck an animal. You got women that'll be like, oh, I'm not taking care of no man for free. I'm not cooking for no nigga and doing his laundry. Nigga ain't paying no bills. But y'all do it for an animal. The animal don't love y'all. The animal just know you're gonna feed him and he's living for free. You're gonna wash him up. You know, you're gonna feed him. You're gonna change his fuck up. You're gonna pick up his shit and everything. That shit is an extra bill. Y'all buy strollers for these dogs, coats, hoodies, bassinets. Like, that shit is a real baby. That shit is corny, man. You know, black people gotta wake up and stop being followers, man. But trust me, the pets cause more harm than good. Having pets live in your living quarters domestically cause more harm than good. Research it. I didn't mean for this blog to be this long, but research it, people. Stay blessed. Iron. The gods don't mingle with the mortals. Kings don't eat with the peasants. The only time wise men hang around fools is when they educate them or enslaving them. Stay up like a copper, holler back on my collar crack. That Beyond the album is going to be on all platforms in a few days. I still got it the way y'all can cash out me the money directly and I email it to you. But I'm going to put it up on all platforms in a few days for those who didn't want to buy it, you know, because they probably think it's whack or they ain't think going to be their style. So I'm going to put it on all platforms so you bum ass niggas can listen to it for fucking free. But that Black Adam album is coming out this fall, and that's going to be 10 songs with a lot of features. And I'm not putting that shit on all platforms for a minute. I'm going to make sure niggas really cash at me for that album. And I'll email it to you. But I'll put the Beyond up in a few days, you know, on all platforms so y'all can hear the bars and all that. And y'all going to pay, you know, thanks for those that did support. Thanks for the loyal fans that did cash at me. A lot of people cashed at me. Some people gave me $20, $30. Some people even gave me $50. I've been posting the things on my wall for those who cashed at me. I appreciate the loyal fans and thank you. I'd rather have 2 or 3 or 400 loyal fans than 1,000 suckers, 8,000 people on my Instagram spying and all that. And they, you know, they just being nosy, seeing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But thanks to those who did support the music. Blessings to y'all, and those that didn't support, blessings to y'all. I'ma always keep putting out albums and doing what I do, and I'ma always, you know, keep income for those that don't want to support. I'ma always just proceed, man. I'ma do what the fuck I like to do for me. Ambition is the transition, movement is medicine, structure is strength. Stay up like a cup, holler back on my collar crack, we get up like sit-ups. I'm oxygen. Uno.